Well, I'm ready to see the Gamescom opening ceremony. I don't care too much about the Call of Duty, but yeah, whatever they have to show, they'll have to show, I guess. The Wet Biscuit, Bird of Paradise, Idaman, Gabba Wizard, Disco Record, Dracoob, Lirin, Sweats, Antonsen, and Don Kevka. Thank you, boys. Guards with the 1 year. Pog. Loot is obscene. Borderlands 3. You know what? I actually... The Remnant is actually a pretty good game, I feel like. If you treat it as a playthrough rather than a shooter-looter. But I'm not too confident in Borderlands 3, however.
Welcome to Cologne, Germany, a place with a storied past playing host to gaming's future. For the next week, this
it is a playthrough like Dark Souls rather than shooter, yeah. That's how I treat it.
Fans, media, developers, and publishers.
But I don't think it was meant to be.
Largest gaming convention in the world, Gamescom.
I think they wanted you to like, because they made random maps. They wanted you to redo an area to get a new boss and get the item that he drops and stuff. Good ratio, good ratio. I like it, I like it. Very progressive.
Yes! Hey! Welcome to a very special Inside Xbox, where tonight we are jam-packed with an amazing live studio audience, announcements, premieres, debuts, and interviews live from right here in beautiful Cologne, Germany!
We've got new games coming to Xbox Game Pass and graduating from Xbox Game Preview. They grow up so fast, don't they, Grace? Plus, we welcome our friends at PUBG back to the Xbox stage to talk Destiny 2.
Tonight we're pulling out all the big hitters with news from Borderlands 3, NBA 2K20 and Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, as well as a steamy Age of Empires 2.
Sorry, what's
steamy? Metro?
Hello.
Benny, please. Plus 2
Wait, what are they doing with Metro?
Stars, Brenda Romero and John Romero. Yeah.
Just like Horde?
Come on. They're bringing their latest indie masterpiece
Oh,
right
DLC.
here to our stage with the first gameplay reveal of Empire of Sin. Nice.
And finally keep those eyes peeled and that browser open for the collision of heroes taking down the Swarm one wave at a time. It's of course the world premiere of Gears 5 Horde mode.
Gears 5 will be my first Gears game too, I guess.
I'm so excited to share it with all you on stage. I'm so excited to share it with all of you in the room, and I'm so excited to share it with all of you at home as well. Soon we'll be sitting down with Randy Varnell from Gearbox.
Didn't say hard mode,
Borderlands
she said
3.
Horde.
Yeah, but in just a minute. But first of all, let's kick this show off right.
Okay, okay.
And the way we kick shows off is with a world premiere trailer.
Premiere.
Yeah?
World premiere? Ooh. Oh, for me? Just for me?
It's the 90s found footage phenomenon that revolutionized the horror genre and single-handedly made standing in the corner super creepy.
I mean, I feel like it was kind of creepy already, great, but...
I know what.
Yeah, right,
I know what.
okay.
Exclusive! Right here on Inside Xbox, this is the latest trailer for Blair Witch.
Blair Witch.
There are mistakes we fear, and wrongs that haunt us. But the worst are the sins we choose to forget. Ellis to base. Bullet picked up a scent.
He's been through a lot.
Just like you. Sir, I'm not gonna screw this up. Not this time.
You guys know these woods are cursed, right?
Ellis, I can't do this anymore.
They mess with people's heads.
Ellis, listen to me.
This looks like a good playthrough game.
You know you're in no shape to play the hero.
Hey, don't talk to me like I'm crazy.
Like Firewatch meets Outlast.
Greetings, my beloved listeners.
Did you see her? When you looked into their eyes, did you see her?
What have you done, Ellis?
Why are you saying
These words
little?
made me remember.
Because of the camera?
Now there's no way back.
Wait, it was August 30th? I thought it was September.
I'm super excited to play this game, but I genuinely don't think I can do it alone. If there's anyone out there who can provide me with some moral support
shit,
to
that's
take me through
soon.
that, hit me up on Twitter. Anyway, as a worldwide event like Gamescom brings fans face to face with some of their favourite games. And do you know, Leah, what else does that?
I want to say unicorns, maybe.
I mean, close. But like a mythical beast of burden, Xbox Game Pass delights fans of all ages. And today we are saddling up a unicorn. Is this The Witcher 3? This was age appropriate for another big announcement. Since E3, more than 22 games have been added to the PC catalogue,
Witcher 3.
including Shadow of War, Undertale, Blazing Chrome, Nightcall, and the Banner Saga 3.
And that is right. You also told us you want even more games, because why wouldn't you? Well, today we're here to announce that there's a brand new group of games joining the Xbox Game Pass corral. Coming to Game Pass PC, Game Pass Console, and Game Pass Ultimate on August the 22nd, Kingdom Come Deliverance, the immersive...
Immersive. I'm not sure if that's the right word for this game. At least not when I played it.
That begs the question, Julia, what would you
There were
do
more
if a
bugs than
tyrannical medieval
NPCs.
king murdered your entire family?
Go out to dinner. Alone.
We've got our ways of dealing with things.
But it was
Joining
a
Game Pass that
very
same
fun
day, it's the wildly
session
frenetic
we had
smash 'em up,
with this
aim
game.
Out.
Yes, then it's the return of an iconic dungeon crawler from the mind of Brian Fargo and In Exile Entertainment. Bard's Tale 4 rolls out to Game Pass on August 27th, and just 3 days later, the horror game we just
Bard's
saw, Blair
Tale.
Witch, arrives on August 30th. I can't
What's
take it
Bard's
anymore.
Tale?
But, wait, and you won't have to. There's more.
That's right. We've got 3 games launching into Xbox Game Pass today. That's today. So
Indie shit.
Age of Empires Definitive Edition, the best-selling real-time strategy game now in 4K, is joining Game Pass for PC. And joining Xbox Game Pass for consoles this very day, Stellaris, the epic space 4X grand strategy game, and finally, if quick-witted 60 frames per second combo-tastic demon slaying is your jam, and why wouldn't it be? Because, you know, are you dead inside? Get ready to dust off that download button, because starting today, Devil May Cry 5 joins
Forsen
in the
build.
Game Pass part.
Yes. Absolutely amazing. Plus, for a limited time, join or upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate and get your first 2 months for only $2, €2, £2, oh my! And while you're at it, why not check out the newly updated Xbox Beta app for Windows 10? There you're able to better manage and find your Game Pass DC titles and DLC all in one handy place. Remember, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate gets you Game Pass for PC, Game Pass for Xbox Console, and Xbox Live Gold, including access to the Ultimate Edition of Gears 5, which includes 4-day early access.
I mean, there's a lot of things that we're calling ultimate, and the way I look at it is just even the name itself is like saying, do you want a taco or would you want the ultimate taco?
Ultimate taco.
The ultimate taco,
Come
because
on.
it's clearly a lot better. Right. Also, since launching Xbox Game Pass for PC Beta at June's E3, we've been listening closely to fans on how to make the PC gaming experience even better. So check out the Xbox Wire right after the show for details on new updates to the Xbox app for Windows 10, which are going to be coming very, very soon to you.
Ooh, but believe
Windows
it or not,
app?
we
Wait,
are not done
is that-
yet.
do they mean like a
Starting
remake of the
today,
show?
Dell Alienware
Oh,
Arena
sorry, of the
members
shop?
can claim a free 30-day Xbox Game Pass for PC beta code. New and existing Dell Alienware Arena members, head over to
That's
the link
not
below for
Microsoft
more
Store?
information.
That's right. And lastly, we're nearly there, guys. We are happy to announce that Human Fall Flat, the quirky physics-based puzzle platformer and Game Pass
Humans
classic
Fall
title,
Flat.
has new free DLC for both PC and console coming very, very soon.
Free?
The Steam update,
Free is good.
comes direct from the mind of the game's creators and is slated to hit consoles and PCs in late August. For more on the free DLC, why don't we check this out?
Not a bad game. Pretty good game. Oh my camera top.
Oh man.
Looks absolutely manic.
I don't know about you, but that kind of just reminds me of like trying to make like a cup of tea when you come home really late at night and then there's just things fall over.
And you're also wearing
steam everywhere.
Yeah. We've got much more in store,
What?
including that first look at Gears 5 Horde mode. But first, Age of Empires fans, listen up. Because Age Definitive Edition coming to Game Pass isn't the only Age news we've got for you today.
No, to find out more, we're going to toss it over to our Wololo and Chief Charlie.
Wololo.
Wololoing over there, right?
Thank you, Julia, and a wololo to everyone around. It seemed like only yesterday the Age of Empires franchise burst onto the real-time strategy scene, and since then it's become a worldwide fan favorite. Ever since the announcement of Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition,
What was
the
that?
anticipation has been building faster than an Aztec
This is a
civilization
tab.
on Arabia. But if, like me, you can't wait to get your hands on the remastered Age 2 Definitive Edition, your wait is almost over. Because today, we're happy to announce that it's launching November 14th for PC and Xbox Game Pass for PC, and it's available to pre-order right now. But don't worry, for those who play Age 2 on Steam, never fear. Our friends over at Valve are offering a 25% discount to upgrade to the Definitive Edition. And if you need any more reasons to
25%
get
discount.
in on the remastered fun Age 2 Definitive Edition will feature cross-platform and cross-play functionality across Steam and the Windows 10 store. Plus, did I mention, there's also a bonus campaign. It's called The Last Khans, and it includes 4 new civilizations. So, altogether, the game's remastered in
4
4K,
new civilizations.
all the expansions, and there's Steam crossplay. Did anyone else here order the cheesesteak jimmies? Did you order it? Yeah. We're having one after the show.
Cheesesteak. What?
And remember, if you want to play Age of Empires Definitive Edition right now, it's available today on Xbox Game Pass for PC and Steam. But we can't just sit here and dwell on what I'll be doing in November. No. Now it's time to toss over to Benny, who might just have the cutest Gears of War assignment ever.
Oh, it's just
Benny,
cheat
what's
code.
happening?
Charlie, I'm not gonna lie, it is
Fucking
the
cheaters.
cutest thing in the world, but it's hard to tell, right, if you're talking about me, right, or, of course, a Funko Pop Marcus Phoenix, because luckily, you won't have to choose for long, as today, we're excited to announce
Was
that
beep
Gears
beep,
Pop will
I'm
be
a
available
Jeep.
starting August 22nd.
From Age of Empires.
Which is amazing. August 22nd, we're gonna get Gears Pop. Right, this adorable free-to-play title will be available on iOS, Android, drumroll please, Windows 10. Plus, with game progress synced across all your devices with your Microsoft account, some of us can finally realize our dream playing Gears Pop at the office, right? Which they finally won't be able to tell me off for. Which is
We saw
brilliant.
this before.
And fans of
This
free
mobile
stuff,
game.
right? Free stuff, right? Listen up. Make sure you're logged into your Microsoft account and watching this fancy program on mixer.com/Xbox to receive a free in-game Gears Pop Gamescom promotional pack with an
Gears
assortment
Pop.
of Gears Pop pins to help build and upgrade your squad of adorable and badass Gears Pops. Remember to pre-register today to have the game ready on your devices when it launches later this week. But to hold you over until then, check this out.
Check it. This shit is so esports ready. Never lucky. Trump on his stream says, will you be watching TI at all? If so, what team will you be rooting for?
Now from
I probably will watch the finals, so
and a gamer
I don't know
who knows
though.
a thing or two about shooting
Just
in the
because
paint.
it's side.
Please welcome
Maybe,
the tallest
potentially.
guy in the room, although we can't verify it because he's sitting down. It's Josh Hart of the New Orleans Pelicans.
I watched the finals last year.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, really good. Thank you so much for coming and joining us on our
Thanks for having me. The pleasure's all mine.
little stage. I mean, the game looks amazing, but before we kind of get into that, we actually have your overall rating for the game. Would you like to really awkwardly for us to reveal it now? What do you think? What was it last year? Can you remember?
I have no idea.
Okay.
No idea.
Are you ready to
Who is
hear what his
this?
overall rating is? All right, let's reveal it, please. Ba-boom! 76.
Nah.
Is that better than last year?
Everyone boo. Everyone
No,
boo.
everyone cheers. Better than last year, and that's the important thing. It must be kind of weird, though, to sort of have that every year.
Yeah, it's...
I mean, he's
it's
being a
weird.
little bit
I don't really
unrealistic. He's being a bit
really
unrealistic if
care
he
too
thinks
much about
76
it.
is bad
But
for a
2K, I would
fucking
like for it to be a little bit higher, but
basketball remake games.
yeah, I'll just pass it on to. But I was
20th
I played
edition.
hurt last year, so that's gonna be my
And you
excuse
still
for
did
myself.
better, so-
Yeah, you know, I got better. So it's all about improvements every year, you know.
Exactly the point. You should
Same
see how
fucking
footballers
thing.
in the UK react with
No, that's
No,
that's
okay.
a little different.
a little different. So, as a gamer yourself, like, what kind of games do you actually like playing? What did you play growing up?
Growing up, I was a big Madden guy. Madden and FIFA. Those are the two games that really got me into it. Then now, Fortnite.
Yeah.
I love playing Fortnite.
Do you play with any of your teammates?
A little bit. I play with like Larry Nance Jr., who used to be with the Lakers and with the Cleveland Cavaliers now.
But now
See
you
you
want
later,
to sort of,
chat.
like, make your new friends and,
Yeah, you
and like
know.
get them in some
Bye-bye.
Yeah, I got to get my new Pelican teammates into Fortnite. Lonzo apparently plays PUBG now, so I'm gonna have to get him to switch over.
Fucking new friends.
Play
Wow.
some Fortnite. I'm a big Fortnite guy, so I'm gonna have to see if we can do that.
Or
but,
maybe they'll switch you to PUBG. You don't know.
They might.
Peer pressure is a big thing.
I played it. I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I did like it. But I think the thing that happened with me, I played Fortnite first.
Yep.
So that I think that what kind of got me. And then I'm not. I think I was getting my butt kicked in PUBG when I first started.
So that's why you.
So I was like, you know what? I gotta go back.
Duly noted. I do believe
No
you actually
fucking
got
shit.
something for us. You brought us a little treat, a little trailer, I believe.
Yeah, no. So I'm very excited to introduce the first trailer of the NBA 2K My Career Story. And that was exclusively produced by LeBron James and Spring Hill Entertainment. Has a bunch of Hollywood star power. So I'm very excited about that. Hope you guys are excited about that trailer as I am and that game as I am. So,
oh yes, well, thank you so much for joining us. And in the immortal words of sportscaster Warner Wolf, let's go to videotape, but don't press play because it's the past.
Jay, Coach said you were being held out for a violation of team rules. Care to comment?
It ain't easy watching your brother fall like that, but hey, this is what we work for, all right?
Look, Jay, Coach took my scholarship, man.
I've been your advisor for 4 years. If you really want them to hear you, you've got to be willing to sacrifice.
It was a choice.
You chose to sit out.
I chose to stand up.
Whatever point you think you're making, son, now is not the time. You are the captain of this team. Better act like it.
I believe I am, Coach.
We're 3 months from graduating, Jay. You are letting them win.
Really, I just wanted to help out my teammate, man.
Tournament ends, suddenly everything gets real.
If you and I want to try and make it into the league, I can't have anyone else in your ear.
So you sure this agent knows what he has in you? I mean, you're so much more than basketball.
Tighten that elbow, kid.
Whoa, what's up, Kimber?
Are you ready to touch earth?
Man, I ain't touching no earth, man. What's up?
Gentlemen, I'm your trainer for the next couple months.
These next few days, he has a chance to really impress these scouts.
Mav handles all of LeBron's off-court opportunities.
I'm not done, Z. It's time to put people on notice.
I want you to get out there and get us this dub.
Those were your decisions.
Feel that? That's the
Damn, story games really have
Success hinges on authenticity.
Boy, there we go.
serious stories nowadays, huh?
Really giving athletes a voice to become more than an athlete.
It took me a while to understand the opportunity that I was given. If you want it bad enough, If you're willing to sacrifice,
But all the gameplay is just on the
will
core.
find you.
I have a private fridge stocked with kombucha in my trailer if you'd be interested.
Nah, I think we're good. Yeah, we'll just catch you later.
Okay.
It'll never be interesting to me though.
Is very tall. Let's keep this gaming train moving with another world premiere. This time from just a small title called Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Live the life of a true ghost stranded behind enemy lines in this latest installment in the Ghost Recon franchise. But of course, we wouldn't just leave it there. This is Inside Xbox after all. So today, we're excited to show you the first glimpse into Ghost War, the competitive multiplayer experience. Check this out.
Ghost War. Seen a bit of this.
When facing your own kind, your skills alone are not enough. True warriors know when the smoke clears, they will be the last one standing. Target down! Go! Target spotted! Steady. But in the heat of the battle... Shit. I'll take care of it. It's only by working as a team that you can rise.
What? Did he shoot adrenaline? The drone, or what was that?
Gotcha.
Fat!
It's time to prove who the best of the best really is.
Four classes, 2 modes, PvE/PvP, dedicated servers. Not bad, not bad.
A little bit awesome, didn't it? Let's recap. That's a new PvP mode with intense tactical matches, an extensive shared progression system, and dedicated servers. Double plus bonus, a battle royale style circle encroaching on the battlefield. Find out when Ghost War launches on October the 4th with the full game.
A 4v4 with a circle
you get access to the beta starting
instead of
September
just a Counter-Strike timer.
Now to the latest from Borderlands 3.
I don't think that would be too bad, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Not really a battle royale.
Okay, yeah, go on then. Come on.
No, thank you, darling.
Yeah? Okay. Well, joining
No,
me
I'm
now
good.
is managing producer for narrative at Gearbox, Randy Varnell. Welcome
I'll have some
to
orange juice.
Inside Xbox. But Randy, that's enough of the pleasantries. I'm grilling you today, okay? We're gonna get this real serious for a very, very serious game.
Very serious.
Yeah, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing I need to say is for people who have been not so patiently waiting for the new Borderlands series, what can we expect from the stories and where can new fans jump in?
Well, you know, it's been 7 years since Borderlands 2, and Borderlands 3 is a continuation of that story that started... Actually, this is the 10-year anniversary of the release of Borderlands 1. It came out in 2009.
Aww.
Yeah, so that's a big thing. So Borderlands 3 carries on that tradition. It's a continuation of the story. At the end of Borderlands 2, he left off with a map to the stars, the vault map, talking about new places the vaults will be scattered across the universe. So Borderlands 3, our players get to jump in the roles of new vault hunters and hunt down those vaults across multiple planets in the universe. So for the first time ever in the Borderlands universe, we're going to get off of Pandora and get to other places and hunt down those treasures hidden away in those secret alien vaults.
Okay, well, we'll come back to the planets later because you did mention Vault Hunters, and from my experience, that's always the first thing you do with Borderlands, right?
That's right.
So recently we saw Flak. Can you tell us more about the Beastmaster's abilities?
I'm so excited to talk about Flak.
I can tell, you're literally shaking.
I am. Flak has been the character that I've been playing the most recently as we kind of prepared the game and got it ready to ship. Flak is the Beastmaster. And what I'm really excited about that, players have played other characters like Gage in Borderlands 2, who had the Necromancer, who had Death Trap. A lot of people love that. Flak, we are happy to talk about, is a pure pet class. Flak has a choice between 3 different animals that that Flak can call out. He's got a Jabber, which is kind of a monkey with a gun. There's a spider ant, and then a skag that just rolls around.
Ant? We can pet the skag.
You can pet the skag, and the skag responds to that. But Flak is really cool. So you have your choice of which pet that you want, and then like we've done with a lot of the Vault Hunters in Borderlands 3, a lot of different ways to customize and make that character your own, right? So not only do you get to choose which pet, but Flak gets to choose on top of that which action skill you use. So Flak has one where you can supercharge the pet. So as the pet's out and doing things, it's called Gamma Burst. You can make the pet kind of swell up, get all swole, go take down other things. Flak can also do a thing called Rack Attack, where he literally pulls.
Is it only 60?
Pocket Rack. He pulls Rack from his pockets
for the PC version,
and they run out and do damage. But Flak also has a stealth type of ability. So if you like to let your pets do the action, you want to hang back and kind of play there. Flak can kind of ghost out of existence and then let the pets do all the work.
And we're going to be using that against some bad guys and what's Borderlands without some bad guys. And in this one, we've got the Calypso twins. So can you tell me exactly how big, and very bad and scary are these guys?
Well, in Borderlands 2, we had a great villain, Handsome Jack.
PC has uncapped.
You, the player, were bandits. He just calls you bandits the whole time. Well, the bandits are kind of this wild mix of enemies across Pandora that have never really been unified and all of that. Well, the Calypsos are big and bad enough that they have finally unified all the bandit clans on Pandora and have rebranded them the Children of the Vault.
Oh, yeah.
The COV. You'll see those signs everywhere.
Is that a loot goblin?
And the way they do that is the Calypso twins are streamers.
They're live streamers.
They're streamers.
I've never met one of those before.
No. And no one in mind when we made the Calypso twins. But no, seriously, we asked
they're
the
live
Calypso
streamers.
Twins, what would happen if our super
Tekken added a live streamer character too, right?
Tons
Julia.
of fans decided to militarize their fan base.
Use that
and
influence.
That's right, use that. So the Calypso twins kind of want the same thing you want. They want the vault. So from the very beginning of Borderlands 3, the Calypso twins are going to be in your face. They're going to be trying to stop you on that hunt to the vaults to get kind of off the planet to the other vaults. And in great streamer fashion, they're going to be recording and putting those streams back in there. And they're going to ask you all to like, follow, and obey as you follow the cult of the God Queen Tyrene and her brother Troy as they hunt for the vaults in front of you. So really cool enemies. I think people are going to really enjoy them. But man, they are aggressive.
And now we're going to have to wrap in a second, but I did want to come back to the planets. In one word, how big is this game?
This game is huge.
Huge.
It's definitely bigger than Borderlands 2. We haven't used exact numbers yet because we want to hold out some surprise.
In the past, you
for
said
the fans.
Billions and jillions and billions.
Right. But we've already talked about you start on Pandora, which we've been before, and there's some good gameplay there. We've talked about Promethea, which is the big city planet, a big urban area with huge buildings, and there's a big corporate war going on between two of our big corporations, Maliwan and Atlas. And then we've also talked at E3 about Eden 6, a big swampy jungle planet. I call it Space Florida or Space Louisiana. It's just full of jungles and dinosaurs and all sorts of stuff. And there might be even some more surprises around the corner, but I don't want to spoil everything.
Yeah, that's probably pretty good. These guys are going to get more information later. Let's stop at surprises. Anyway, thank you so much, Randy, for being here. And remember, in case anyone in the room has forgotten...
If you got it.
Okay. This is all for you. Yeah, Borderlands launches on Xbox One on September 13th. But from the game with all of the loot to a game that also has quite a lot of loot, it's time to talk about PUBG. But before we dive into it, let's check out another world premiere. This is PUBG Season 4.
I ain't trying to bring you down, but for real, you might as well give up now. Think you got
Isn't this the one we played already? Is this just an ad for it coming to Xbox console? Wait, there were fucking tanks? Is that a fucking tank? That's me. Save yourself. Save yourself!
Sorry, but how awesome was that? I'd like to welcome PUBG back to the Inside Xbox stage. Joining us today, producer Kusung Yutjung and console community lead Ray Kim. Plus, joining us from ID Productions, senior director Chris Charla. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you
very much for joining us. Now, Kusung, we just saw the debut of the Season 4 trailer. What can Xbox fans expect this season?
Yeah, we've upgraded Erangel with a higher visual fidelity, including some major landmarks, such as Meta Power and the military bases. And also, everyone will be able to see what has happened to the Erangel with the trenches and the Camunet and the bus marked on the ground. And also, there is some secret place that you can find some clue what happened at there. Even with all these changes, it's still Erangel. We know that everyone loved the Erangel, so we try hard to keep this unique feeling.
Yeah, I personally cannot wait to explore the new areas again and find those secrets. This is going to be so cool to find. Ray, can you tell us about Survival Pass 4?
Yes, Season 4 also introduces Survival Pass 4 Aftermath, which allows players to unlock over 100 rewards. These rewards showcase the past and the future of Erangel.
Yeah.
We've also added the cooperative missions, which allows the community to work together towards goals and milestones. As you achieve these milestones together, you'll be able to unlock new rewards. And also, you'll be able to swap out missions more easily than previous passes. Yeah. And you can use BP to continue changing them if you're not up to certain tasks.
Also, I cannot wait to start getting all those unlocks. Chris, Season 4 trailer, how awesome was that?
That's actually the first time I've ever seen the trailer. Like, I keep hearing about it, and now I finally got to it. Looks fantastic, and like I'm really stoked about finding out more about what's going on, finding some secrets and learning some lore. Like, I'm stoked.
Yeah, like I honestly just can't wait to kind of get digging in, because I was speaking to you earlier, and you're the person.
It blows my mind how much people care about cosmetics, though.
Everyone here Chris is the person that kills you when you're so
doing
close
missions
to chicken dinner.
and
It's a nightmare. But I know, Kusan, that's
cosmetics.
not all you've come to share about PUBG today. What else have you got?
Yes, it's one of the things that everyone wanted to have. It's cross-platform play for the console.
Cross-play for console, for PUBG.
Like, no one can see your fucking gun.
All those Xbox players
No one can see with your fucking skin
with the PlayStation players.
when you're shooting at
It will
them
make
from
the
afar.
matchmaking pool bigger globally and also offer more competition.
Yeah, Chris, like, how is this, like, having
That's
this
fantastic. I mean, when we first enabled cross-console play like several years ago, this is the exact kind of scenario we were envisioning. Just letting the whole global population play together on console with each other. Like, it's fantastic. Super excited to try
It's just exciting to see the community grow more and more and kind of have more players on PUBG. It's going to be really exciting. And Ray, it's been...
Actually, there's one more thing about the schedule. We are aiming to update cross-platform play on the public test server on the late September. And after a week of beta, we plan to update the live server in early October.
Late September, that's a crossplay is not that far away for us. It's really exciting.
Crossplay.
I cannot wait to get involved with it. And right, PUBG has been now here been on console for 2 years now. What else have you got to say to all the players?
Oh, we really appreciate the love and feedback all the PUBG community has given us since we've launched.
And on behalf of every people in the PUBG, and thank you for playing and supporting us and loving us, and see you at the very ground.
I'd just say, like, on behalf, I think, of everyone, just thank you for giving us such a great game to play. But thank you so much for joining us today. I personally cannot wait to drop into Season 4. But now, over to Leah with a game set in a quaint, post-apocalyptic winter wonderland.
Yeah, thank you, Benny. Thank you. Quaint.
Maybe
not quite the word I'd use for it. Now to the latest installment of a fan favorite, featuring challenging tactical combat. In Exile's Wasteland 3 brings you to the forefront of the post-nuclear world through squad-based epic, we'll just call them squabbles, shall we? With deep branching storylines and an open world, Wasteland 3 is truly the next frontier. We've got your first look at the new story, combat, and
What's Wasteland again?
For more on the new title, take a gander at this here world premiere trailer.
Did I play a Wasteland game?
Rangers, this is the Patriarch of Colorado speaking.
Oh, it's a turn-based game.
Help me. I believe this partnership will be beneficial to both of us. bring my fractious children to heal, while I will ensure the continued existence of your organization. Just be warned. Your trip to Colorado will not be easy.
The inspiration for Fallout. Oh.
Gangs and cults watch the passes and prey on the unwary. You will have to fight to reach us.
Here comes the paid train.
Ah. The bats.
But reach us you must, Rangers. We have a war to win.
Are you washed in the blood of the Lamb?
All right! It's my favorite part of the show because I get to introduce you to some brand new and never before seen Xbox controllers. What do you think? Yeah!
Pretty sure I've seen this.
Here they are. Oh, where to start?
Pretty sure I've seen this.
First up, let's talk about the Night Ops Camo Special Edition controller. And by the way, what a cool name, Night Ops Camo, right? So this is a brand new take on our camo controllers. It's less geometric and more like organic camouflage. But the twist here is this really cool, stealthy black, grey, and metallic gold coloring. Now, the gold in particular, it's got this kind of like metal flake effect, so it shifts in the light, and it seems to change color right in front of you. It's super, super cool. You've also got a gorgeous gold metallic D-pad, and I personally love the textured triggers that keep you locked in when you're getting those dubs. And the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed
those
my t-shirt
dubs.
here. How do you like that? Eh? So this is the official Xbox Gear Night Ops Camo t-shirt. You can see it matches the camo there. Look at that. So you can finally accessorize your t-shirt to your controller, and this t-shirt will be available to purchase here at Gamescom or online in the US and Canada starting tomorrow. Right, next up, we've got a new star signing in the Sports Series squad. This is the Sport Blue Special Edition controller, and as you can see, it's rocking a blue color scheme with a geometric pattern on the top case, shiny metallic accents, and a slick metallic blue D-pad.
Slick.
For me, Sport Blue has rubberized grips on the back in a contrasting light blue. I love these grips. They really help you feel connected to the controller. It just feels amazing. And of course, both controllers feature Bluetooth capability for gaming on Windows 10 PCs and tablets, and 3.5mm stereo ports, so you can plug your headsets directly in. Now, if you want to get a closer look at both these beauties, we've got an unboxing video featuring Brenna from the Mixer team and myself, and that's going live on the Xbox YouTube channel right after this show. So what do you think, everybody? What do you think of new controllers? Slick, right? Yeah. We've got some controller fans in the audience tonight, and I love that, right? If you, like me, are obsessed with Xbox controllers, I love them, and I'm not ashamed to say it. We've created an amazing original video with the design leads from the Xbox hardware team, taking us through the inspiration for every Xbox One controller ever made. Yup. Literally every single one. There's so many cool and interesting stories and behind-the-scenes things in here, and I think you're going to love this video. Every Xbox One controller ever made is premiering exclusively on Xbox YouTube and Instagram TV on August 26th. Do not miss that. Now, from a couple of new controllers to a couple known throughout the gaming world for their visionary titles. Julia is about to catch up with Brenda Romero and John Romero in the Speakeasy, so let's raise a glass and take a trip back to Prohibition-era Chicago in Empire of Sin.
Empire of Sin.
Ronnie O'Neal. He's been a thorn in my side. And now he says he wants to cut a deal. He doesn't know what's coming. But first, let's go back to the beginning. A week ago, I got into Chicago. And as soon as I did, I started handing out my calling card. wasn't long before I was building an empire and making contacts. I had a few ups and downs along the way. Eddie and Marie fell in love and ran off. And sure, Tammy's the best shot in town. If she doesn't show up drunk, that is. And Jack? No one would mess with Jack. Old Ronnie didn't take too well to my way of doing business. Now he thinks he's got me pegged. He ain't got nothing. What he doesn't know is I've been making deals all around
Mafia
town,
Monopoly?
and I got just enough cops to look the other way. Those who work with me are afraid of nothing. I almost feel bad for the guy. He's just a step on my way to the top. But if it wasn't me taking him down, it'd be somebody else. Think you got what it takes?
Yeah, it's turn-based, but it looks like your goal is to take over the city.
Come and get it.
Like all the estates and stuff, all the bar shops, whatever. Based on the map.
Amazing. It may be their first time on the Xbox stage, but these two great developers have been making waves in the gaming world for years.
Not every turn-based game is a fucking mobile game, chat. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm gonna swear the day back in the day.
First of all, the game looks incredible, and so I believe you've had the idea for quite some time, and it was inspired by a local watering hole, is that right?
Yeah, it was. I mean, bars can be good for other things, like games, for instance. Among other
Where
things.
Where are you drinking?
What is that shirt?
The bar. So what? I grew up in
Does
a
she
town
want
in northern
people
New
to
York,
stare at the
and
chest?
in Ogdensburg, and there wasn't a lot happening. But this one place in town
How can you
was
not?
called The Place. Unbelievably, that's its name.
Meta.
Still is called The Place. Anyway, The Place was the oldest continuously operating
Everyone has
bar
an
in the US.
excuse.
Now, whether that's
They're
true or
reading the
not, I
newspaper.
didn't know. But when I started asking my mom questions, like, why didn't the cops just shut it down?
Yeah.
The answers I got, she didn't want to give me answers that would be like, well, future game designer, here's how criminal empires are built. So instead, she didn't want to talk about the gray area, and she just sort of pushed me away. But it developed this fascination with criminal empires, and so Paradox was happy to turn that into a game. And I've always been
Did you say
fascinated with
gay
this type of
area?
thing. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, and you guys did like a whole bunch of research, and I think it's like half of the bosses are kind of about half for fictional,
Gay
and half
and then
are
grey.
actually sort of real, based on real people.
Yeah.
Didn't she say gay, grey?
The majority certainly are real.
Yeah.
In fact, John's great-grandmother's in the game. Was I supposed to say that?
No, that's
I've
great.
said it.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
I've said it now. Yeah, so about half the bosses are real, and the other half are fictional characters that are sum up the era.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've done a ridiculous amount of research into it.
That's brilliant. I mean, John, so obviously we've seen a little bit about kind of what
Oh,
the
look
game's
at that
like. What's
guy
the
in
main
the
sort of
background
player experience
with
like
all the
going into this
bling.
game? What am I going to be doing?
Holy
What are we going to be
shit.
doing?
Well, it's a strategy game, so there's a lot going on
Looks
in it.
like
and,
a
you have to
30-year
manage your
experience
four
Boy
main
Scout.
resources.
Okay.
Which is your
Got all
money,
the fucking
your
medals.
alcohol,
Okay, I'm not
your
good at any of those.
RPCs, and the time that you have.
Okay.
And time's ticking, and everybody wants to have the biggest empire. Of course, you start at the bottom at the beginning. But you do a lot of things in this game. You make a lot of crazy decisions, such as you sell alcohol to, say, allies of yours. Well, you could sell some poison alcohol and kill a lot of other guys. You won't be allies after that.
I mean, no.
You can do a lot of really underhanded
Very
stuff in this game.
But yeah.
That sounds really fun. And one of these sort of interesting things I was reading about was about the kind of recruitable playable characters. So you've always got, they were saying that they're quite, like, got randomized traits, and then as the game progresses, like, their traits can shift, so they could be a bit more reliable, maybe, less drunk when they turn up or something.
Well, so you start out, the characters, let's say you and I are both playing a game, and we both start out with Tammy.
Okay.
By the end of the game, your Tammy is going to be different than my Tammy.
Oh,
so your Tammy, depending on how you play the game, and the other characters that you recruit to play with her as well, your Tammy can end up being a serial killer. Mine could end up in love.
Wow.
So there's lots of different dynamic character things that build throughout the game that are
Choices
a reflection of how
matters.
you play.
That's really interesting. And one other thing I was thinking about was, obviously, kind of going to strategy games, sometimes people are sort of like, oh, I just want to kind of hop in for, maybe I don't want to commit sort of a full, stint at it. And you can actually sort of play kind of smaller games. How does that sort of work within the game?
Well, the way we've done it, you can, if you just say, like, this is it, I'm not doing anything for the next many months, you can have a game with all the bosses.
Yeah.
all, like as much of Chicago as you can probably handle, so you can take the full game, or you can say, no, I just want to play a few bosses and have a quick game.
I do need to go to work at some point.
At some point
in my life.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks really, really fascinating. What do you guys think? It looks really fun, huh? Yeah? So, when can these guys get their hands on the game? That's what we want to know, right? When can we play it?
Yeah.
Today.
What date? What's the date?
Sorry?
When can we play it?
Spring 2020.
Spring 2020. So not too long to wait. Oh, fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us and for being here. Now, we've got so much more to come, including, I don't know, a smallish, I don't know, what's that game called? Gears 5? I don't know. There's a bit of a showcase of something about that later. I don't know. Never heard of it. Later in the show, obviously. But before we get there, a graduation celebration is in order, because from the makers of Daisy comes the next great shoot and loot survival game. And today, we're excited to announce it's out of Xbox Game Preview. Vigor 1.0 officially releases as free-to-play title today. And to celebrate the launch, they're giving away a custom in-game Xbox jacket. So simply click on the link below to get your hands on that. So basically, just get ready to shoot, loot, look amazing while you're doing it, and build your way to survival success. This is Vigor 1.0.
It all happens so fast.
Fallout 5.
Our future was tainted by radioactive dust overnight. Norway has become the last stand.
Why is it always Norway? Every fucking time. It's always Norway, it's never Sweden. It's a very northern, small country that not a lot of people know about. How about Sweden? That's small enough to think smaller. Let's go to Norway. They don't have wooden bridges in Norway. What the fuck? That looked like Breakpoint. Okay, not really. It's not a battle royale, it's a shooter-looter. When you're up here. It's a game that's probably been out in early access and then it released. My garden. Is it a good game? The Vigor one?
So much games. Now,
no real
was
gameplay.
nice enough to send us his on-camera interview requirements, so we thought we'd return the favor by basically reading that rider out on stage. And I'm not even kidding, this is a direct email that we stole off the Xbox servers. No joke, right. Dear Inside Xbox, I have a multi-dimensional preparation program which I find is key to setting me up for success.
What's that
and
bell?
With enough time, this shouldn't be a problem for the team.
Light
My
security
request covers key
system.
things like organic snacks, specific climate-controlled room, positive color palette, ergonomic seating, performance socks. What's a performance sock? I sort of want it. And fair trade organic sustainable cold brew from the island of Mauritius. Thoroughly unreasonable. I mean, I thought my rider was ridiculous, but it's more just to make me not look like I've been dragged through a hedge backwards.
Is that like a
so to catch up with this
sex
Xbox
joke?
mainstay,
Light
and to find out a
security
bit more,
system
I want to try
on the
some
bell?
of this coffee. We're gonna chuck it over to Charlie. Did he bring any? Have you got some?
I can't see any coffee, Julia. But I can confirm. I think he might be in his performance socks. Thank you so much. I am here with a guy who is so Xbox.
It costs like $1,000 bucks. Wait, what? You guys know about this? Is this a flavor of the month belt? Or what? Never heard of this shit.
I'm going to kick things off.
It's 150 euros.
Question.
That's not
It's
$1,000
Gamescom
bucks.
this week, or in Cologne, it's wonderful, but Xbox are
Four
really
string,
turning up
four
this week.
stamp.
What can fans expect from the
Little
Open
bell.
Doors experience and over at the booth?
Well, first I have to say, well played Inside Xbox crew. As you can see, we work hard here, but we try to have fun. And so you guys definitely got me back with that one. Listen, this
Never
is
heard
the
of.
year of Gears. This is the moment people have been waiting for. We know fans are really excited. Just was backstage with Ryan and Rod. They're going to be out here to world premiere Horde. And tons of innovation coming on board. This is the biggest Gears ever made. And shortly after the show, the opening of Gamescom, opening night live, the first game you will see is world premiere of Campaign. We have an awesome story asset featuring campaign gameplay as well as Kate's story. Rod will be there with Jeff Keighley. So this is a huge, huge day for Gears and Gears fans here with us here and of course around the world.
But there's tons more games as well. Yeah, go on, yeah.
Go on then. Slating for 1 year. That still didn't notice me. I did now, motherfucker. Enjoying the badge.
So, listen,
Dacomaniac
Gamescom's
and
exciting. Nearly
Students, welcome back.
400,000 fans come, not just from Germany, but all over Europe. So we have a huge booth. We have hundreds of games on display. It's great to see fans get first hands-on. Minecraft Dungeons, first time anyone's got hands-on. Fans will be able to play that in our booth. We've got Bleeding Edge, first time hands-on. We also have a technical alpha. People want to sign up for that at home. The Rare teams here, people will be playing Battletoads for the first time. Really, really excited. So, nice. The Battletoad fans in the house. And they brought some nice surprises with Sea of Thieves as well. First look at Duo Sloops. And anyone who plays Sea of Thieves this week gets the Halo ship livery for free as a bonus as well.
Pretty good deal.
It is pretty good. But
people here around at home.
For me, my favorite part of Gamescom is all these people right here, the fans.
Just these two.
I wonder.
So while we have a massive booth and
Or
we're
maybe.
welcoming those hundreds of thousands of
I
people
wonder
to
if
come
they
in,
brought
this
Battletoads
experience
back
here,
because
this
people were
huge theater
prank
where we're doing the
calling
show, the rest of the week
GameStops,
is an experience
asking
designed
for
just for
Battletoads.
fans. So to get hands-on, we're going to have tournaments, we're going to have panels in a really
Back in the
intimate
day.
setting.
I'm back on Thursday doing a Mortal Kombat show. So
And they're like, oh, people must really want
We've got a Mortal Kombat
Battletoads.
tournament. We got the Mountain coming. I mean,
yeah, we do.
I'm going to try to take that guy down.
Might
So,
actually,
yeah,
yeah.
I mean, let's do it. So I'll be here Thursday. We'll be streaming that on Mixer to people that want to watch at home. And it's just great to be able to celebrate with our fans.
Absolutely, and it's not going to be the only way this year, is it? There's something coming up in my neck of the woods, I believe,
Battletoads
something called
just little
XO19.
turtles.
Can you give us as much information as possible about that?
Yes.
Big
If
breath.
you thought what we were announcing and showing here at Gamescom was huge, just wait until you see XO19. What I love about this, it's a celebration of all things Xbox. It will be the biggest Inside Xbox show of the year. We have tons of stuff we're showing from our internal studios, from third-party partners, a lot of big surprises planned, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Inside Xbox on November 14th, we're doing a 3-day celebration in London at the Copper Box Arena.
In case you missed that, was November 14th, by the way, so get that on the calendar. Get your holiday signed off.
And the best part is not only will we have this massive Inside Xbox, but I want to personally invite all of our fans from around the world to come to London and join us. We're going to have thousands of tickets available. They're only £19. We're giving all of the money and proceeds to charity. September 24th, the tickets go on sale. You can check it out at xbox.com/XO19. But November 14th, mark your calendars. It's going to be huge.
It is indeed going to be rather long. Yeah. Now, I've got one more thing about XO19 I want to ask you about. If the games and the date and the fact you're coming to London isn't enough, my piece of paper tells me there's going to be a couple special guests there as well.
Well,
Are we flying anyone in?
Yes.
Ninja.
Major Nelson will be there.
There we go. Yeah.
Our head of Xbox Game Studios, Matt Booty, will be there.
Indeed he will. Yeah.
Just say it.
Of course, I will be there, but
The best one! The best one! The best one!
and even the big man himself, Phil Spencer, will be in London for XO19. All of our creative teams will be there. Please join us.
I tell you what, I was going to test you on this.
Not
I've literally got a piece of
breathtaking
paper
enough.
of everything you had to say, you smashed it, Aaron.
All right, thank you.
You said absolutely everything, and I think that's pretty much. I think you need to go sit down.
I am.
It's quite intense in this room. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw it over to Benny for another world premiere.
Thanks, darling. Also, Aaron, you need a place to stay during XO19. You just have to share a room with like the Xbox On mascot Pedro the Fish, right? That's the deal. And also bring the scooter along. Right, I'm so jealous. We've just been whizzing around in Cologne on scooters. It's been great fun.
Yeah.
But speaking of acts of diplomacy, the upcoming action.
Oh, do you have a lot of those scooters in Germany as well now?
Yet. This epic open-world adventure takes you through the diverse factions on an island populated by not-so-nice locals. Now, for the first glimpse, we're getting a glimpse into those characters and relationships that can truly shape the way the game is played.
They go so fast, and they drive on the fucking sidewalk.
Today is the big day, isn't it? Ready to set sail for that island everyone's talking about.
Oh shit.
It is said our people lived peacefully.
Pirates.
Until the men appeared from the sea, intent on making our lands their own.
In Greedfall, the world and your story are ever-changing based on the choices you make. You'll enter the island of Tir Freddy, not to act as an assassin or soldier. First and foremost, you are a diplomat, with all the social powers and status that come with it. You're free to explore every faction's settlement and deal with the powers that govern each. To overcome the challenges ahead, you'll need to befriend members of every faction,
politics.
some of whom
The
will
game.
journey, fight, and talk alongside you.
Your Majesty, I shall present you to the governor. Come.
Princess, Majesty, you are most confusing, but thank you for your help.
Compose your party of 3 from
Sound
anyone
like
who's joined you so far,
Fist
but
from
choose
the 7th
carefully.
show.
Each companion brings something different to combat. Kurt, your loyal master of arms and mercenary of the Coin Guard Guild, makes for a great frontline warrior. Meanwhile, Afra, a talented scientist from the Bridge Alliance, specializes in ranged weaponry, such as rifles and throwable explosive files. Regardless of who you choose, be sure to regularly switch out and upgrade your companion's equipment and weapons, or you may find yourself overwhelmed in battle. During dialogues and diplomacy, your party members will chime in and react depending on your choices.
Is this
and what's being
turn-based?
said.
This looks kind of turn-based.
Woman has no intention of helping us.
Or at least
I
that's
ask you to
right.
forgive these foreigners.
I don't
They
know.
do not know our customs.
For example,
Wouldn't fit.
Siora is a Tir Freddy native, fiercely protective of her people's rights.
Druid.
Sides strongly with someone antagonistic to the natives while in her presence, and an angry interruption may force
Maybe
your
it's like
hand
Divinity.
into bloodshed.
Don't tell me that you are going to humor this crazed assassin.
Be sure to pay close attention
We
to
saw
your
it
party
before
members'
this
needs.
game on
Each has
E3,
their
but we
own
didn't see any
story and
gameplay.
unique personal quests. Ignoring them for too long may even cause them to leave the party. Petrus is a missionary of Ptolemy with a remarkable way with words and an outwardly fatherly nature that masks deep-rooted ambitions. Vasco, a captain of the Seafaring Knots,
Oh, I
is
thought it
one
was
of
the
the
guy
more
scrubbing the dick.
secretive, closed members of your party. Spend time with the captain and complete his
Like the
personal
Odyssey of
quest
it all.
line, and he'll inevitably open up. Develop close friendships with all of your companions, and some may even lead to romance. Never forget, relationships in Greedfall can be as uncertain as the seas that ravage Tir Freddy's shores.
Constantine, I'm here. Pull yourself together.
Nothing said or unsaid can be taken for granted. Ultimately, the choices you make will shape the future of the island.
We didn't want this fight.
And the lives of all upon it.
You are too blind, too renegade to understand.
Still no gameplay, huh?
Welcome back, everyone. I am up here at the bar with my boys. Gamescom is my favorite part of the summer. And listen, summer is the best time to get on some gaming goodness. And with the Xbox Summer Spotlight sale, it's never been easier to discover your next favorite game. Right now, through September the 10th, get your hands on more than 60 new titles across the Xbox One family at great prices. Plus, For a limited time, you can earn up to 4,000 Microsoft reward points when you spend $40 on Summer Spotlight titles. Bargain hunt! And with games like No Man's Sky, Overcooked 2, and Vigor on Spotlight, earning those points will be a cool summer breeze. There'll be new games added every week, so make sure to check the Microsoft Store every Tuesday and follow Xbox on Twitter so we can keep you up to date until after the boys of summer have gone. Nice little Don Henley reference there for the oldies amongst us. He got it. All right, coming up, we've got Bungie back on the Xbox stage for the first time in years with Destiny 2. Yeah. Plus, we'll show you the latest from Metro Exodus with the 2 Kernels DLC and a weapon that is truly en fuego. But first, it's time for another world premiere trailer. Fans of The Surge, get ready, because the sequel has a bigger world, tougher enemies, and the most customizable exo rig ever. Let's take a look.
The Surge 2.
Welcome to The Surge 2.
This will probably
Set
play.
in the ruins of a futuristic city, you must escape a merciless world filled with mysterious military forces, a rampaging cult, and nanomachine monstrosities. You are the survivor of Flight
Robo Dark
221,
Souls.
with no choice but to find a way past Jericho City's war-torn walls. Explore the city's intricate and desolate pathways to discover hidden paths and shortcuts. Create your character and survive thanks to your Exo Rig, a powerful mobile machine that gives you increased strength, speed, and endurance. To get new gear, you'll need to take them from your foes. Using the limb targeting system, you can aim for specific body parts. Target a weapon or piece you're interested in, damage it, and then use a brutal execution to slice it off. Like every machine, the exosuit can be tuned, adjusted, and upgraded to your liking. Opt for speed and agility, or focus on taking powerful blows to convert them into energy.
Yes. R1.
Your exo rig is centered around your core power, which dictates how much gear you can attach to your suit. Each piece of armor and every implant comes at a cost, so choose wisely.
Oh, it's 30 FPS, even
Most
on
pieces of
PC.
armor you find
Has to
have
be
both
60.
partial and full set bonuses, allowing you to either specialize or hybridize the way you want to fight. To further
60 on
customize your
Steam.
exosuit, you also have access to implants and injectables. These provide passive and active bonuses to your character, ranging from effects like predicting parry direction to slowing down time. The
This
Surge
looks
2
like
features
a bit
80 weapons
more
across 9
complicated Dark
types,
Souls.
such as the dual-bladed twin rig and the brand new transforming double duty. These weapons range from military security
with
batons
the
to jury-rigged homemade
limbs and
spears.
stuff.
Each weapon has unique attack speeds, ranges, and damage types. No warrior
I never
can
played
get
the
by with
first one
attacks alone.
because I think it got
You
like
have a variety of
pretty
defensive
shitty
tools at your
reviews when it
disposal,
came out.
each with their own advantages and
And I was
uses.
doing something else at the
Dodging is
time.
for those who believe prevention is better than cure, and for those who enjoy a more aggressive
But
defense.
it might have been
For more
like
advanced players, you can use
bugs
either the
related
duck
and
or the
shit.
short hop to evade high or low attacks. These are followed up by a counterattack, which staggers enemies
First
and
game was very
opens them up
clunky
to
with
a
combat.
powerful punishing blow. Blocking can be used to gain energy, which is the resource used for injectables and finishing moves. A block can be defended if you have enough stamina to withstand the attack. You can take this even further by using the directional parry, which
It feels like in
rewards
this
a lot
game
more
though,
energy
compared to Dark
and
Souls,
leaves
every
even the
single
tallest
like
enemies
basic
out of
enemy you
balance.
face is like
Dodging, blocking, and
like a
parrying can be
fucking
used to
Black
cancel
Knight, right?
animations
In
and to
terms of
extend combos, granting you a wealth of
difficulty.
attack
There are no like
possibilities
level
that
1
are up to
skeletons
you
that
to
you can just
discover.
double attack and they're dead.
Following you is your faithful combat drone, which can be fitted with several different modules, including
no
PUBG
trash
grenades,
mods.
Gatling cannons, powerful charged lasers, industrial magnets, and sniper rifles. These can be used between
Is
your
this game out
attacks for
already? I don't know, it's
devastating
supposed to release
combos,
this
as
month
well
I
as
think. I don't know if
openers
it's,
and finishers
it's
to
already out.
fights.
It should be out
The drones can
within
also
a week,
be used
I
to
think.
interact with other players in asynchronous multiplayer by tagging areas with graffiti or placing a special banner in the world that rewards you if few players find it. Revenge enemies also appear. Powerful
it's
foes who
September.
have been upgraded by slaying
For
another
PC?
player.
It's September?
As you get further into the Surge 2, you will discover new implants, new upgrades, new weapons, and new ways to explore. And each of them will be needed
Maybe
to
there's an
rise
early
above
access
the
then.
ruins of Jericho City. The enemies you face will be both man and machine, each bringing a new and deadly challenge. These are the tools at your disposal and will be the means for you to overcome every threat. Survive the Surge 2 on September 24 on Xbox One.
But it looks like a difficult game. I like that. Shadow.
It's been a while since we've had Bungie on the Xbox stage, so I was pleased as punch to be joined today by game director Ben Womack and community manager Deej. Let's welcome them to the stage! Wow. So very excited that you're here with us. And I believe today you're going to be talking a little bit about kind of the finisher moves and how these takedowns are going to be affecting the combat of the game, like, because it looks very exciting.
Oh, I'm the most excited about.
I don't know. Have you met Leah?
I'm almost vibrating with excitement.
I don't know. You've got some competition there.
Please tell us absolutely everything in excruciating detail. I don't think anyone will mind.
All right, everyone sit down. We're going to have an hour. No. We'll start with finishers are very simply another element of the combat, another tool that you'll be able to take into Destiny combat that lets you finish off an enemy with a flourish when they're at low health. So you're going to see them get this kind of glow and a dot pair of their head, and you're going to rush in by hitting the finisher button, and you're just going to eliminate them right away.
Look at the style.
It's awesome.
That
It feels
is
super
amazing.
great, very satisfying.
Yeah, and so I see there's one for, there's one for a hunter, one for a warlock, one for a titan. Is there one for every subclass as well within that?
There's different class-oriented finishers, and everyone, when Destiny 2 Shadowkeep launches, will get all three of those finishers.
Ooh, very exciting. And what I'm noticing here is while we're playing, obviously we're cutting through a lot of footage here, but it doesn't seem like there's any cooldown between finishers either. You can kind of just, can you rampage through and just finish?
Oh yeah, you can rampage.
Okay.
However, there are more things you can do with finishers aside from just eliminating the enemy.
Yes.
With Armor 2.0, we're taking a lot of customization and RPG elements and inserting them into the action game.
Okay.
So once you start digging that system, more things become possible with finishers. All of a sudden, you can say, hey, I'm going to take my artifact, I'm going to earn one of these mods at the end. It's a collectible now, it's not a consumable. And that one right there, probably my favorite one, if you finish an enemy with that mod equipped, you will spawn a heavy ammo brick for your entire fire team.
Wow, that's incredible.
But it will cost half of your super.
Oh, okay, that's a heavy cost as well.
You don't get everything for free in life. There's always a catch.
And imagine doing that in the raid, though, and you're like, oh,
well, see, this is the thing. Now we don't have heavy ammo synths. We're creeping back in.
How many players in a raid in Destiny 2?
And yeah, combat mods that sounds like a really good way to, if you want to spice up your gameplay a little bit, you can add a combat mod in instead. Maybe sacrifice a bit more utility, maybe be less selfish is what I'm thinking.
Well, there's totally selfish ones too.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
go on.
There's ones that will recharge your health. There's the exotic, the Assassin's Cowl that'll make you go invisible. So a lot of play styles open up when you start looking at the finisher mods and putting them around.
Wow, and it just seems like the whole system is really just gearing towards personalization of your character. Which is...
we're opening up a whole new world of options that let you build the perfect monster killing machine, as we've been saying in the studio.
Delicious.
So if you have a Guardian, or if you have yet to create a Guardian, you can create a hero for this game that is really a reflection of who you are. It fights the way you want to fight. It looks the way you want to look. We even just took a look at some of the different options that we have in the game for selecting your difficulty so that you can go in and you can play Destiny exactly the way you want to play it. You can earn extra rewards for taking bigger risk. If you stand toe-to-toe with your enemies and you use a finishing move, you can... What were some of the things we were talking about before? You
can charge your health, you can go invisible.
I recently did like a sponsor thing for Warframe, and I thought that game was pretty decent.
You are not.
I haven't played a lot of shooter looters
So when you've got that
in my
one guy on
day.
your fire team who just can't help himself and has to do a finishing move, and then he dies, and you're just...
I haven't played Destiny though.
Well, it's exciting. You see that glow across.
I played...
if I get that guy, I can get that rocket, I need it.
I played...
So you rush across, and, but yeah,
can
it's
you do
a
it
risk
on
reward.
the really big bosses?
You can't do it on the really big bosses.
The name.
I'll accept
You can do it on
the
everything.
flop from EA.
But speaking of personalization, you're also here to talk about what players can do to turn that personal challenge up to 11. Deej, can you tell us the secret to creating the elitist of Elite Guardians?
I think it's really about making sure that it fits the way you like to fight. So if you're the type of player that likes to get up close and personal with the punching, you know, if you get that
right now is not
about yourself,
really a shooter,
finishing
the Remnant
moves are going to
game,
be
but I like it a lot
the thing
because
that you're going to want to do. If you like to
very
hang back,
difficult.
if you're the sniper, if you're not really into the risk-reward thing, the nice thing is that some of these benefits are shareable across the team. So somebody who rushes in and does a finishing move could drop heavy ammo on the floor to share with their friends. So that Destiny's all about teamwork. It's all about playing with the other people that are on your fire team, getting to know your friends and the way they play. The way you play really complements the way they play. That's the ultimate team right there.
I feel like Leah seems to be really judgmental. I don't think I'm quite up to the challenge. But what do you guys think? Does that sound pretty ace? You big Destiny fans? Right, that's what we want to hear. So I suppose most importantly, we need to find out, when can they get their hands on Shadowkeep? Well, I keep forgetting you're so loud. Every time I ask that question, no one hears me.
Why don't they make a game like World of Warcraft
Play the game
with
on
open
October 1st.
zones
That's
like
not so
World of
long.
Warcraft, but a shooter one?
Well, it's really long for Leah, not so far for
And
everyone.
every dungeon has the ranged
Guys, it's
weapons
been an
and
absolute
shit.
pleasure. Thank you so
And
much for
then
being here. Now,
you have Arena too, like 3v3 Arena.
now over to Benny with the latest from Metro Exodus.
All I'm going to say
Like literally
is
as big as World of Warcraft, but with you walking around with guns instead of
Metro Exodus fans, listen up, because this next announcement is lit. The newest expansion is nearly here, and it brings with it a new story, classic Metro gameplay, and a weapon that is literally fire. In the Two Colonels expansion, we follow Colonel Klebnikov during the last days of life in Novosibirsk. Novosibirsk. I've been trying to say that all day. Right, and everyone is now laughing at me. I got the first one. Alright, but a story that
like just the fact that you can sit in like Ironforge or Ogrimmar, right? Instead of having some lobby screen where you search for lobbies. Because I think that's what most of these games have, right?
Metro Last Night and Metro Exodus, they're all available right now on Xbox Game Pass. Now, let's see that flamethrower in action. It's time for another world premiere. Roll it.
Metro DLC. We beat Metro, right? The latest one.
There were quite
I'm 90% sure. Yeah, we did. We did.
Until they killed each other off. Looks like that lie in Moscow did work after all. So your father's on a mission? When is he coming back?
Oh, now you're playing as this guy. It's the same story, but you're playing as this guy.
In the hands of our enemies, truth may be dangerous. We must carefully choose who we can entrust with it, and who we cannot.
Are you ready to face your maker?
The truth that might scare them must be kept secret, for their own good.
They have chicken legs. Someone had robot legs or something. Or at least one. Paid tweets. They don't need to pay tweets, they just pick the ones that cater.
We made ourselves believe it was necessary. But now, I can finally look truth in the eye.
The Two Colonels.
Hey! I don't know if you caught that at the end of the trailer, but the Two Colonels DLC is
Colonel.
out tomorrow.
I was thinking that didn't sound right.
For Metro Exodus fans, eh?
I completely agree, but now,
Thought it said
if
colonies
games
first.
have the power to bring people together, then this next title is the glue to a family of fans. Unlike any other.
That's right. Gears of War is a solid gold
Look at his
Xbox
smile.
classic, and has one of the strongest, most passionate, and most
Just looking at
supportive
the camera
communities
smiling.
anywhere in video games. So let's take a look at how Gears has gone beyond the game and built unbreakable bonds of family all over the world.
I think we can find you answers there.
Where are we going? Back to where it all began.
Gears of War. Will I be fine playing Gears of War without playing a single Gears of War before?
Successful video game franchises of all time.
Since day one, my brother and I just built that.
Or is it super story related to the previous one?
Playing Gears of War has changed me because it brought me.
I mean, fuck it, if I could play Witcher 3 without playing Witcher 1 and 2.
People that are playing these games now
Better
grew
be fine.
up playing these games, and they've seen Marcus and Baird and Dom go through all of the trials and tribulations that they have, and now there's this new generation, and the fans get to grow with the characters.
We're basically minutes away before going on stage in front of millions of people and introduce the world to Gears 5.
I don't think people really give Gears its due for the influence it's had on modern video games.
Woo! Yeah! Shit, yeah! Woo!
I felt like you were playing a game, but you were also watching a movie.
Gears fan base is like the most passionate fan base I've ever been exposed to.
They're so warm and welcoming, and they love this game, and they're passionate about it. When you meet them in person, it's almost as if everybody knew each other to begin with.
Whether you're in it for the story or the characters or the camaraderie, it's just constantly giving fans something to care about.
You're a goddamn cow! A cow!
And you can tell when a game has a little bit of magic in it, because there's something about it that pulls you in, that makes you go, oh, that is so cool.
I've never wanted a game to come out this badly.
There's nothing else like that.
And the amazing team at the Coalition is working hard to bring you our
new
most
story.
ambitious Gears of War title yet.
Gears 4 was
5.
a new story, so I basically missed one game if I played this. Gears 5, right?
Legitimate chills. Trying not to tear up. Trying not to tear up.
Gears
But
community is so special.
oh, I mean, I think we got a fair bunch of them here, to be honest.
Right.
And now it's come to the time in the show that you have all been waiting for. A first look at Gears 5 Horde mode.
Yes! I am absolutely buzzing for this! Here now.
Fuck the Horde
is the
mode.
world
I
premiere
don't play the
trailer
campaign.
for Gears 5 Horde mode.
From the shadows, like a lion on the grind coming at you. I'm a menace for the vengeance, so relentless. Hope you ready, cause I'm here.
Just build.
From above. Boom. Come out, wherever you are.
Now you see me, now you don't.
When you see the white in my eyes, better run, better hide, don't survive in what I'm on. Jack, hijack. I ain't here to play around. If I were you, I would run right now. Good work, Jack. Bang, bang on the ground. Oh, yeah. Watching every move you enact on. Help me secure the test. Step is your last one. Yeah. Forge deployed. Getting closer. Make a wrong move and it's game over. Let's go. Here they come. Here to play around. If I were you, I would run right now. Hope you ready, cause I'm here to battle.
Play 4 days early with Xbox Game Pass Ultimate.
4 days early. I think I'll wait.
Keep clapping. I don't think I'm never going to stop clapping.
Just how we like
I
it.
just clap
like
through the next segment. Well, in that we saw gameplay, ultimates, and, sorry Graham, but one very badass looking drone.
Yes, mate.
But before we bring the Coalition to the stage, Xbox's Catalina Macedo caught up with the team to take a deeper look into Horde for Gears 5.
I'm Katarina and I'm here at the Coalition Studio. Today I'll be talking with studio head Rod Ferguson and multiplayer design director Ryan Pleven about the upcoming Gears 5 Horde mode. Just being here at the studio, you can really feel the excitement and the passion that went into this game and this mode. So let's go check it out.
We always talk about co-op as cake and not icing, that co-op is central to what it is to be Gears. And so I feel like Horde is sort of a really large expression of that with 5-player co-op.
Sarik, I think, for 1 year. Whoop. Tony G, CDLC, Dangel, Sipo, Zero, and the Ogre Lord Shrek.
Everything started with Gears 2 Horde. It was lightning in a bottle. It was, you know, what people look back on as the defining defensive game mode through all of games. It was the idea that you were going to be doing this as an endurance run, as a 3-hour epic experience, and a mode like without any cutscenes, without any, you know, character development, without any story, had to hold people's attention for 3 hours.
3 hours. You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of the fucking Warcraft 3.
And with Gears 5, what we feel that we've done really is almost the complete realization of what
I forgot
Gears
the name,
2
but it was
set
the,
out to
one
be.
of the most
thing
popular.
for us now is this idea of ultimates. So there's basically characters used to be just defined by the weapons they carried, and you were all the same. You just were kind of different, and you know, because you all could carry the same weapons. But now every character has its own ultimate.
And then
ability,
after that, after the waves,
ability
you went and you killed some bosses or something. There were some bosses
Kate
at the end.
trying to gather power, and you know that she has an ability to turn herself invisible, so you don't need to worry if she gets in a tough fight.
Took a long
There's
time
also
to beat that.
a really big thing called taps now,
pretty
which
hard.
are these energy geysers that show up around the map. Because generally, once you find in Horde, you would like lock in on a particular place and you would defend from that place for the entire 50 waves. Now, in order to get as much power as possible, to get as strong as possible, you actually have to like move and expand your base to go and capture those energy taps. And every 10 waves, once you beat that boss, a new energy tap appears and you have to go and capture it. So it's really changed the dynamic where now it's much more aggressive than it was in the past.
For the first time, your character will start with all the cards that they've already equipped, but they will then increase the power of those cards and increase the power of their core abilities over the course of the game. And that progression is then reset, and you can do it again the next game. And this means that every game feels fresh. If you can try a different combination of perks that work with your cards in a specific way.
Seeing people make a certain build, like here's a Kate build, I use these cards with these perks, and here's a Dell build, and I think it will be really exciting to see them mix and match and see these different playstyles come together.
Them in the game.
One of the things that we've done that is subtle but super important
and then it
is
resets.
that whenever you pick up power, which is the currency in Horde, that power gets equally distributed amongst everyone. And that means that if you see some power on the ground, everyone will want you to pick it up.
And then we've added stuff to give more information to the players, and things like health bars over bosses and mini bosses. And so there's little feedback mechanisms, and it allows you to play differently, because now I can see that the mini boss is on very little health, so I can go like, I'm gonna get aggressive because I know I can do it. Or I can see, oh, they still have a lot, so I'm gonna hold back.
To take characters and push them even further, we've added
Why would you go
as
into
a
melee
playable
range
character
there?
inside Horde. It's one of the most pivotal roles on the battlefield.
Just for the trailer.
Jack can fly anywhere on the map.
No reason.
He moves really quickly, faster than anybody else. He can heal people, repair things. Really, he's the jack of all trades, and you really want him to be your best buddy. Over time, we're going to add new characters, and with each character we add, the meta will change. We will have different combinations of strengths. We'll have different team compositions that will be beneficial to certain kinds of players. Every time we add a new character and every time we add a new map, what we hope to see is the Horde community come together to explore this space and show us what the best combination of characters is.
So you can nerf it.
And so that idea of finding 5 people who know how to balance the classes and know how to balance the characters and know what the objective is and what you're trying to do, and everybody's playing together in lockstep with each other, there's nothing more special than having that alignment and succeeding on that goal.
It's really, by far, from our point of view, the most intense, engaging, action-oriented, fierce, epic defensive mode there is in video games.
I really like that Horde creates a dependency where you work together as a team, and you can be successful kind of, you know, lone wolfing it, but not as successful as coming together. You know, it's sort of our motto for the studio. We always say, if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, go together. And that's true for Horde as well.
It's been so exciting to be here today. As a Gears fan since Gears 1, I cannot wait to get my hands on the new Horde mode and all the new features. If you are a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you can get Gears 5 on September 6th. For everyone else, the game will be available on September 10th.
September 10th.
That was an
Not far away.
incredible first wave to showcase Gears 5 Horde mode. Now, can I get a huge round of applause for Rod Ferguson and Ryan Cleveland for joining us here on Inside Xbox?
Thank you so much for being here, guys. It is a pleasure.
I've got to ask, first of all, right, those ultimates, like, can you tell us a little bit more about those? Because they look amazing.
Yeah, the ultimates, each one of them is unique to the character. They're really something that we see, like, both defines them as well as creates a really great relationship with the team. We've got Kate going invisible. We've got JD that can call in like a giant artillery strike. We've got Dell who can summon trackers to help him out. Each one of them, you're going to have to find the character that works for you and works best for the team.
And they're per character, so it's not on a per role thing. So even if you have multiple engineers, each different character will have their own ultimate, so you can still mix and match.
That's going to be really cool. I think that's one of the great things I'm excited about is all those different play styles that you can find to kind of suit your personal play style.
Yeah, that's one of the things that like we were talking about. Like this is probably the deepest Horde we've ever done, even though it's still super accessible. But the deepness allows you to go in and set your skills. What character you want will give you your ultimate, but also that when you're collecting that power, you're not just feeding the engineer. Like in Gears 4,
why don't they do
competitive
Horde mode?
Now you have
I would play that for sure.
You can go in and say, oh, I want to do more damage.
5 versus 5.
Shots. I want more ammo.
They had custom games of that as well in Warcraft 3, where you were just surviving.
You are in the moment, and so you have out-of-game progression in the cards, and you have in-game progression in the perks.
It sounds like you can go like mad with theory crafting with
do?
that. Just like
They have it in this game?
These 4 teammates and
and foe.
But talking about accessibility, one of the things you talked to us about in Vancouver is all the different difficulty
where you can do like you can
have access to. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Whatever currency you get for killing stuff and progressing, you can spawn like harder mobs for your opponents, right? Or a certain type of mobs for your opponents.
And whether that's accessibility features in terms of how you control, we have things like
it would be a lot of fun to play a competitive game like that too.
But even also from the point
I don't think just playing Horde mode PvE
maybe you weren't as good
is interesting enough for me, but if they would add a 5 versus 5
like cover and pixel hunting, shooting, and all those sorts of things, like Jack doesn't have that. Jack
like even in a game like Overwatch,
Jack does area of effects attack. So if you have
wasn't there a rumor of a Horde mode in Overwatch?
They can come in as a support bot and they can help you.
Or was that already a thing?
They can keep you like buffed up. They can go and repair stuff. They can pick up weapons for you. So they don't have to be like wall bouncing.
It's already a
thing. They can actually just be part of your team.
And we really wanted to make them like a really critical part of the team. It wasn't just about having.
Imagine if that was like a rank, a ladder
does nothing. Jack is super critical.
Mode in
really
Overwatch.
Wanted to envision him as
obviously
your
you would
best
have
buddy.
to make it more complex where you can
like each of the other classes
give benefits to yourself, or you can do
I want Jack to follow me, and that
harder mobs or
now there's so much
spawn
demand
something
for Jack. When you're playing him, you just
negative
constantly
for
feel
your
like you're hitting
enemies.
all these little birds.
And he has a crazy ultimate. Like he has this we call it hijack.
I would play that.
We're big about puns in Vancouver. And so hijack is basically shoots a dart into an enemy and then takes control. So it possesses that enemy. So if you have something coming at you like a Scion with a boom shot, you can take it over, and now Jack player becomes a Scion with a boom shot and can help destroy the enemy with that. So
I never played it.
Everyone's just going to want to be Jack's best friend. It's like, trust me, I'll take you out for dinner. Don't worry.
It doesn't have a
follow me around in Gears.
Rank ladder, I suppose.
Doesn't sound like quite enough glory for Benny, unfortunately. With that in mind, what sort of sets Horde mode in Gears 5 apart from the previous iterations? You obviously told us a lot already, but
yeah, I mean that's probably there's really a bunch of big differences. One is the ultimates. The other is this power tap that Ryan and the team came up with, which is probably you better.
Yeah, so like we've added the power taps, which you saw in the video, which really add an element of territory control. We wanted to make Gears 5 not only the deepest, but also provide other ways to be successful by not just building fortifications. So the power taps appear every like 10 waves after you kill a boss. And that means that you have to really understand whether you want to move your base or just let it go. They're optional. However, they do provide a ton of power to power up your perks, to buy fortifications with. So if you decide to leave them alone, it's at your own peril. However, if you're ambitious and your team knows what they're doing, they can slowly expand their base to control more territory for more rewards.
Yeah.
Lots of options. Well, now from software to hardware. Got it? Because of the hoodie. At any rate, let's take a closer look at something Gears fans everywhere are sure to salivate over. It's the limited edition Gears 5 Xbox One X. We recently caught up with some of the minds behind the design. Take a look.
I always want Gears to stand unique in the way that it pushes on innovation and storytelling in the hardware. And that was the hard part for us, is like, okay, what are we doing with this? What story are we telling? How we make it feel premium? And that was the biggest challenge.
When we were designing the console, we imagined that Kate was walking across a frozen lake, like the one that you see in the E3 trailer, and something in the ice catches her eye, and she leans over and clears a patch of snow, and she sees a reflection of the Omen looking back at her. In reality, there are electronics in this console. There's no way we can put, you know, an Omen 2 inches inside of it. So we had to create an optical illusion that would make it look like there was an Omen trapped underneath the ice. We were able to express the idea by laser etching these ice cracks around the Omen. We've never laser etched that much before. I mean, the laser etching is all over the console. The ice is cracking all over the console. Theming the controller
for the actual
Kate
console.
was
I
really
thought
a
for
natural
the
because she's like the
in-game
main
trailer
character
cinematic.
in the game, and she is exploring this Arctic environment. She wears an Arctic armor, which is new in the game, which was exciting to us.
Whatever we were going to work with in terms of accessories and hardware, we wanted to family with what the console was going to look like. And so we were able to work with Seagate on some amazing 5 terabyte and 2 terabyte drives that look basically like mini versions of the console. It was going to look perfect right next to it. And we worked with Razer on like keyboard and mouse. It's one of the first, I think, wireless keyboard and mouse for the console, and then get a whole family of products that all fit together.
So working with Rod is an awesome experience every time. He understands how to point out the meaningful moments that we can really pick up on as industrial designers and bring into the physical world. We always walk away from these design collaborations with him feeling like this product is so authentic. Like it couldn't be any more authentic because it's so closely tied to all of our conversations with him.
We're back with Rod and Ryan, but how amazing does that console look? I want it so much.
Massive congrats to the team designing that, because that is incredible. And the whole
Look bad.
But it looks so cute right next to it. But that's not all we've got to talk about today. You've also got some news with our friends over at Valve. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
So the first time we're coming to Steam, and today you can start pre-ordering today for Gears 5 on Steam, and there'll be crossplay, so it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Crossplay. Love it.
Absolutely excellent. But that's not the only partnership news for Gears today, Rod. Rod, please.
Yeah.
Tell us what Gears plans to do with Halo.
We talked about the Ultimate Edition. We talked about being Ultimate Game Pass. We really didn't really talk about what you get for doing that. So we're really happy to announce that we're actually putting in 2 characters from Halo Reach are going to be coming to Gears of War. So we have Kat and Emil.
Calm down.
And so they're going to be coming, and they have their own roles. They'll be playable in Horde and Escape and Versus, and you're going to have their own ultimates. You want to talk about the 2 ultimates?
Wait, this guy's Swedish?
We really tried to be very authentic to Halo
Left guy?
while still making it kind of integrate into the Gears world. So we've got the drop shield on Emil, and that we've looked at Reach, and we wanted to make something that Halo fans would really recognize as true drop shield. And then we've got the hologram on Kat, and it's she's the subterfuge expert, and so she's going to distract the enemy while everybody else goes and does something else.
And it's the same actors. So we went out and we got the original cast, and so after a decade, we brought them back into the booth and we re-recorded.
It's the
small details, and you know what? We've got a video that shows off exactly that. Check it out. Looks amazing.
Why so many Swedish devs? Because we have 140 IQ. We're god gamers, right?
Let's go! Activating drop shield.
We're the Korea of Europe.
You're safe.
It just looks amazing. Every time I've seen it, I've gone, that looks sick.
It's just natural.
And it's nice that it goes beyond the characters. As you can see, they
Reality.
got custom weapon
Get
skins,
so many
custom banner,
benefits that we
custom
can
art,
sit
like
at
all
home
the
and play
customization
games
stuff
all
that
day.
we have with it as well is really cool.
Yeah, I cannot wait to kind of get my hands on with them. But we've been talking partnerships, and you've also got a clothing partnership, which I've lived in for since E3.
Literally have to peel it off. Please, Benny, wear something else.
Wash it occasionally.
Yeah. Washing, please.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working with the folks at Bathing Ape to create their, they have an ape line that you got a tease of at E3 with our blue. Yeah. And you can see we're doing it as in-game as well, so that blue is coming to inside the game that you can wear as part of a case of sort of, you know, the camo outfit. And then we actually do a physical line, which is going to be in red now, our red camo, which is going to be for sale at the Ape stores and at, I think it's Xbox.com here.
Stay there.
I'm just wondering, you know, I just want to get my hands on it. I hear a red one, I've got a blue one, I need the red.
Needs the set.
Yeah, it looks really, really cool. And it's a different style than what you saw from blue at E3 and different designs. And so I was intending to bring it with me today, but, you know, customs is fun. So, you know.
It's probably a good joke you couldn't.
It wouldn't have made it out of here, I'm going to be honest.
Although I do enjoy the Canadian uniform you're wearing for me, so I appreciate that. It's very much appreciated.
You know, I'm going for the red theme already, right? I just need the hoodie.
You need a bigger beard, though, if you're going to go lumber sexual. You need a bigger beard.
It doesn't grow. I tried. That's the main thing. But also, the streetwear lover in me is keen on what's in store for Gears and Bathing Ape. How can I get my hands on the hoodie? Because it's not here.
No, it's not. No, they have their stores like in New York and LA. Yeah. Again, they'll be limited on the Xbox Gear store, and then again you can get it in game.
All right, amazing.
It's ripped jeans that trigger me a bit.
That's gonna be it.
I'm very excited. Rod, you might be done on our stage, but you're going straight to the Gamescom opening night broadcast. Can you tell us what's going on?
Yeah. So, you know, since E3, we've heard a lot of people asking about, like, but what about the campaign? You know, we're going to talk about Escape, we're going to talk Versus, we're going to talk Horde, which we were doing. People want to know about campaign, so I'm going over to talk to Jeff Keighley, and we're going to put a new story trailer. All real-time cinematics is all from the story, from the game itself, and we're going to talk a little bit more about Gears.
I'm so excited, but I've just got to ask everyone in here, can we just get a huge round of applause for the Gears? It looks amazing. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us. And I think it's safe to say we cannot wait for September 10th when Gears 5 officially launches. And don't forget,
that shirt
Gears
as well
5 Ultimate
is
Edition
super
launches
millennial.
September 6th, included on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. I am so excited. So who's going to be picking it up on the 6th? Who's going to be playing it? I think I'm going to be there.
Of course.
But that's all from us here at Gamescom. Remember, the fun continues next month with more Inside Xbox on September 24th.
And keep up with everything Gamescom.
You are a millennial.
Xbox On goes live on mixer.com/Xbox On Tuesday and Wednesday, starting at 5 p.m. British Standard Time, 9 a.m. Eastern, and 6 a.m. Pacific. We'll also have new Gamescom videos going live on youtube.com/Xbox On each and every day this week. And of course, you can also follow Xbox on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know, everything for all the latest Xbox news.
Plus, mark your calendars, because XO19 takes over London on November 14th. Fans can look...
Amazing!
Fans can look forward to new announcements, new releases, and of course, all the latest from Xbox.
Thank you very much from all of us here in Cologne. Thank you so much for watching. See you later.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Amazing. All right. Next up is what? Next up is Google Stadia in 23 minutes.